Let us start off by understanding what are teaching and learning. Teaching includes all attempts to bring any kind of a change in a person. If you are trying to change a person's habits, or if you are trying to increase his or her knowledge, or change the way that the person thinks or behaves, or his or her actions, then all of these can be called as teaching because you are trying to change the person, you are trying to teach the person something. So what is learning? So learning is the opposite of this. When there is a change in a person, when the person's habits, skills, knowledge, attitude, thinking, behavior, or actions change, then we can say that the person has learnt something. Now, for a teacher, there should be a student. Otherwise, who will the teacher teach? But for a student, a teacher is not necessary. A student can learn from other sources as well. Let us look at the basic steps of teaching. First of all, you should have a clear idea about the general and the specific aims of what you are trying to teach. Why is it that you are trying to teach? Why is it that you are trying to teach it to this person? Right? So there should be some clarity around the aims of what you are trying to do. Next, whatever you are trying to teach should be meaningful and contextual. For example, suddenly in the middle of this video, if I start teaching you about the history of ancient Egypt, then it is not contextual because you are not watching this video to learn about ancient Egypt, right? And it is not meaningful because you are probably not going to have any use by knowing about history of ancient Egypt. So whatever you are trying to teach your students should be meaningful. That is, they should be able to relate to it and connect it to their day-to-day life. And it should be contextual as well. And motivation is probably the most important factor here, because if you cannot motivate your students, then they'll not be able to learn anything whatsoever. So how to motivate students is a skill that all teachers should know. And then we have to talk about content delivery. You have a lesson, you have to teach something. How are you going to deliver it to your students? Will it be a lecture? Will it be theory? Will it be practicals? So you have to decide what mode, what methodology you're going to use to deliver the lessons that you need to teach. After you have taught, you have to reinforce it. For example, if I'm trying to teach about the concept of money, I talk about what is money, what are coins, what are notes to a class full of children. Then I show them some coins and notes and let them touch it, feel them, right? So I'm reinforcing the theory that I'm trying to teach. And then I will send them to a shop so that they can actually use that money and buy something, so that they can experience this entire concept of money and how it can be used. So that is nothing but stimulation, where you are stimulating their thoughts, right? And after we have followed all these steps, we have to revise and practice as well. Only then the knowledge that we have transferred or what we have taught will become stronger. So revision and practice is also very, very essential. So these are the basic steps of teaching, and this is what teaching and learning is all about.